Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey.
how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad.
Someone is going to tag me in a post in a second. I feel it.
There it is.
It's coming. Mute sounds perfect. Perfect. Because I feel like someone's about to do that. You ever have that bad feeling, Ross?
Yup.
Oh, man. We gotta share this to a bunch of groups. Blunt Talk Uncut. Hey, Corey Jones. Are the Browns coming back? I've heard rumors. Five viewers, Ross.
Perfect.
Now, but we can keep talking. I just gotta keep sharing to these different groups.
All right. Well, how about them Seahawks?
Seahawks, yeah. Well, Wentz got injured, to be fair. The Eagles had such bad luck. We can't. No one can talk smack on Philly.
I didn't. I said, how about them Seahawks?
I know, but like, still, if Wentz got injured,
fan?
bro. No, I'm not a Philly fan. I'm far from a Philly fan. I'm a Rams fan. That's even worse. Hey, I hope the Browns do come back. If so, Corey, I'll see you across the sideline when TBT puts a beat down on the Browns.
I was waiting to see Donovan McNabb run back out there for the Eagles. Give it one last hoorah.
I mean, if Marshawn Lynch can come back for Seattle, McNabb can come back for Philly, right? Same thing.
Yeah, close.
Kinda. We got 12. All right, Ross.
Yo.
How was your weekend?
It's pretty good, man. Wrapping up right now.
Yeah?
Yup.
No better way to do it than a special episode of Blunt Talk.
Yeah.
Especially this episode, as we prepare to kick off the National Championship. Here we are. Well, sorry, Worlds. Or is it National?
I still call it Nationals.
I just rather call it Nationals. It's just.
It's what I've always known it as, so that's what I'm calling it.
I mean, I guess Worlds makes it more inclusive. Like, you can market this game in Japan and everything else. They do play tackle football in Japan. Why not flag football?
Sure.
Come on, why not? Spread the game across the world, man. Hey, they approved flag football for girls in Georgia. That's pretty big. That's high school sports. Big changes, man. That's pretty sweet. Flag football is only getting bigger. And what a year 2019 was for flag football. Especially in the 9-man competition bracket as we look towards Florida, which is next week.
Why don't we just start calling it that, the Florida tournament?
Just call it Nationals. No one wants to talk about Florida.
I tried.
You tried. It was okay, Ross. We start out with a recap of this past year in the competition bracket, starting out with Atlantic City, where it came down to AFN and Nomads, and yeah, we'll move along from that.
Put an NA next to that.
We'll move along from that. Let's start out with a better game, Ocean City.
Ocean City.
Let's flash back. You remember Ocean City, Rosser?
I do, man. That was a good tournament.
What a tournament that was.
Happened to be around for that one.
And we happened to cover the B Bracket Championship game, the highest rated game to date we've had on Joey Blaze in terms of live streaming games.
Was it?
Yeah, highest rated overall. I'm completely serious about that.
Huh.
85 viewers at once is what we hit. No game has touched that since. Hopefully, we top that number when we go to Nationals.
That was a good game, too.
That was a great game. AFN Baez Auto, absolute classic. That game is on YouTube, along with a lot of other circuit games from this past year on the Joey Blaze YouTube page.
Damn.
After that, AFN continued their dominance, rolling through into Virginia Beach, taking another championship. And let me tell you, Ross, this past spring belonged to the affiliate nation.
It certainly did.
They certainly ran the table this past spring. And They continued that momentum into the summer when they got second place in Albany, falling to the Long Island Demons in the championship game there. But from about March until July, no team in the 9-man competition side was more dominant than the Affiliate Nation. They were in every championship game.
Right.
They got there. They ran the table every time. They traveled well to Albany. They traveled well to Ocean City. They dominated Ocean City. What was that margin? 21-5?
Yeah.
And then we go back and look over at Virginia Beach. It was 14-3. Those statistics we threw out there back in the spring. What a run AFN has had. And joining us right now from the Affiliate Nation, if we can get them on, are two of the leaders themselves. I'm talking about Charles Hudgens, and I believe, is Cuzzo there?
What's going on, man?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Another day in the office.
I can hear you, but you sound like you're a little distant.
I'm a little distant.
Yeah.
All right, we're going now.
I can hear you a little better. Yeah.
All right, what's going on?
Gentlemen, let me tell you, what a spring you guys had. That may have been quite possibly one of the best runs in a certain time period that we've seen on the flag football circuit. AFN on the field was absolutely balling from March till July of this past year in the spring. They were dominant. They got to 4 championships in a row, as mentioned. Gentlemen, what was the key to the success that you guys had back in the spring to get you that number 1 ranking entering this tournament?
Work. It didn't come easy. When we left Nationals last year, we had a bad taste in our mouth. So collectively, everybody pretty much came together and was like, look, we got to do something different and step our game up, and it starts from how we prepare. So we went back to basics, practicing hard early in the morning when we really didn't feel like getting up, going out there working hard as a team. We had people coming from all over the place, making that effort. AFN is not about, a couple of people. It's a collective effort coming together from players all the way up. And people bust their ass, man, and really work hard to make shit happen, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's what you guys did. And at one point, I believe in 20 games, you had a record of 19-1. That was entering, I believe, the Albany tournament. You guys had that run of 19-1 record. The only loss coming to the Ducks on day 1 of that tournament back on St. Patrick's Day. What about that game changed the course for you guys? Because that's what started the winning streak for the most part, was that game with the Ducks where you guys had your run. What about that game turned it around for you?
It really wasn't too much about that game in particular. It was about that tournament. That tournament was a business trip. We really went to that first tournament in Atlantic City, focused. We really didn't go in there saying, look, it's about winning the chip. We just went in there talking about, we need to fix us. We need to put a better product on the field. And as we went about business that way, the wins started coming. And it took care of itself.
Okay. And that was certainly the attitude that got you guys through the next couple of months. You guys ran through with the same approach and philosophy, and it was key. However, it seems like AFN has somewhat sort of dropped off. But to be fair, you did have the competition stacked against you when you went Noakes Mills and challenged the Strong Island Bulldogs.
True that.
I mean, there's about a China City team. Yeah, I remember that. we went in there with a different approach. We said, you know what? They had the mindset that if your goal is to win worlds, go down Florida and win a championship, you pretty much need to prepare yourself as if you're an 18. So what better way to do it than to go out there and face that type of competition? So coming off of Virginia Beach and a couple other tournaments that we won already, we were saying to ourselves, we're not going to get any better playing the same type of competition. Step it up, the taste of what that A-ball is about, so that when we get out in Florida, nothing will surprise us. So we weren't concerned with our losing points or we want to keep the streak going, worried about our reputation and all that. That wasn't the purpose. We wanted to test ourselves and see where we were so that we know what we're going to build towards if we go to Florida. And no disrespect to any league or any other tournament, but that's kind of been our approach over the last 5 months. It's been all about what's going to come up to.
I like it. I mean, you guys certainly didn't have much to prove after the run you had in the spring. You went out there and you rattled and destroyed the competition outright. Outside of the 2 losses to the Ducks and the Demons, you guys were absolutely dominant throughout. And the fact that you did go out there and challenge yourselves by playing against Strong Island and playing in the A bracket in Owings Mills really showed the dedication you guys had to bettering yourselves.
I liked it.
And
That's embarrassing. I think you can put the blame on me. I take full responsibility. I think I burned the guys out. We played too much football. I mean, like football. We were playing in different leagues at the same time, at the same season. And I think when we got to Florida last year, we were very nervous. We played too much ball. So this year I said, you know what? In the fall, we're going to have a different approach. Trying to make sure we're going to Florida for us. And going all out every tournament, every season, got to be smart. Got to pick the spot.
yeah. So going into this one, how deep is AFN running? What's the numbers looking like? Is it going to be the full squad? Are you guys pulling from different parts of the area? What's it looking like?
We'll see in 2 weeks, man.
2 weeks? Okay, I like that. No previews or nothing. I like that. I'm looking forward to it, and that's one of the games we're going to be in attendance for is for certain. We're going to be covering AFN when we're down there in Florida. When I say we, I mean just me.
No,
Ross is not joining.
I wish I could go.
What's up, buddy? How you not making that trip?
What is that?
What was that?
So why is Ross not going down Florida?
Because baby number 2 is about to be here any day.
The kid is literally due the day after the tournament ends.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the timing of it, but
Yeah.
I
was planning on going this year too, but other plans got in the way.
But we're definitely here to keep Ross involved in the coverage up until Nationals.
Yeah, I'll still be following.
He'll be watching. He'll be helping out.
That should
And
must be perfect. If, like, the kid was born like that Friday, so I could just sit in the hospital and watch flag football for a couple of days.
there you go.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Make sure to have good Wi-Fi though. We're gonna need you for that scoreboard
need
duty
Wi-Fi,
on that
dude.
day.
I don't need Wi-Fi.
You got good
As long as I
data.
got good
AT&T's
signal.
got good data. I will say
As long as I got
that.
good signal, we good to go.
But we're definitely excited to see what AFN has in store
Yeah.
for this one. I'm interested to see, however, where you guys decide to go on terms of the draft. That's where I'm really curious at. I'm curious what matchups the affiliates could possibly have because we have 28 possible teams in that
I keep
tournament.
forgetting about the draft part of this.
Yeah, remember, there's no matchups revealed yet. For those who don't really know much,
Yes,
there's
yeah,
nothing been
there's
revealed
nothing.
so far. We won't know till Thursday night at about 7:30. That's when it kicks off.
I like it.
I like it too, and I'm
I
gonna try my best to be there for
I
that.
mean, my eyes ain't going, so it's definitely good in my eyes. I like it.
I think so too.
It's a whole new kind of aspect. I mean, you don't really know who you're gonna get anyway, but you kind of do.
Gentlemen, do you want to disclose who you might want to play against or who you possibly want to see?
Yeah, you know we better than that, don't you?
Yeah, all right.
And look, the strategy is to get in a bracket that'll possibly get you the most points.
Which makes sense to me. Yeah, you want to go with the one that'll help you out the most.
Yep.
Let's see how it unfolds, man.
I'm curious
I'll
because
say
like
shape up.
I'm kind of wondering how this process is going to look like when it plays out.
I
Because
do
like
keep forgetting about that whole aspect of things.
yeah,
It's kind of wild.
I think it's good. It makes it even more interesting.
It's different.
This is going to be a wild tournament, Ross.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how AFN fares down there.
I'll be rooting for him there. I know that.
Hey, you know, I would definitely love to have a celebration at the AFN house after the championship
That'd be
game.
awesome.
All right, man, that shit get crazy, man. Tell me what you always do.
I think that'd be awesome.
Hey, there's always the uncut page, gentlemen, for a live show.
Yeah.
And look,
Like a minute.
stay away from Dirt Boy. You know, it got crazy.
That's probably good advice.
Lurie had some of my favorite moments on live stream. What are you talking about?
I've seen that man make some spectacular fucking catches, dude.
Great player. All right. I look forward to seeing what he can do down there in Nationals.
Yeah.
No, he's in shape, man. He's back to
Yeah, he's ready.
his old ways, man.
I saw him down there at Capital Classic. I felt like he was back to his old self. He looks like the Lurie I remember.
I like it.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be stacked. It's going to be great. I'm excited. And, gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you down there.
All right, man.
I'll be there. I'll be wrapping about Thursday, I believe. So I'll definitely try to catch up with you. Looking forward to seeing when your game is and everything else. And best of luck and safe travels.
Same to you, man.
Appreciate it, Ross.
So you.
All right, you gentlemen have a good night. AFN joining us. And I'll tell you, Ross, how long have we known the Affiliate Nation?
Since the birth, right?
The very beginning of the nation, really. Fall 2017, when they came to the Washington County Flag Football League.
I remember when we got our new jerseys, it was the same time.
In the first game
AFN,
in the first game in county they
AFN.
played, can you remember who it was?
Who was it, Blazer?
A team called the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. We seem to always get the new best team coming out.
Man, they have grown so much. It's been crazy watching them grow from where they were
I
during.
remember seeing the thing shared on Facebook about AFN coming to the league. And this red, white, and blue team, and I was like, oh boy.
Hey,
We had literally just put an order.
they rep those colors proud and they rep them well. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, man.
they were a great team on the field, dominant in their league play. 17-4, they finished overall, won a championship. I tell you,
I always
it's been
look forward
awesome.
to playing with them, against them. I don't know myself with them.
I look forward to
Always
watching them.
Playing against them.
I look forward to watching them. Yeah. And if I can get this to work real quickly. But AFN, like I said, they dominated the spring. The spring belonged to them. And after that, AFN, for the most part, on terms of the competition bracket, they dropped off, but you heard why. You heard what changed with AFN. Their approach is about this tournament coming up. They're not focused on the smaller picture. They got their points. They got their position. They are good to go. And truthfully, I feel like they are a big contender going into this, especially if they can draft a bracket that can get them into Sunday. But there are a lot of good teams out there in this tournament, Ross.
There's Nationals, man.
Yeah.
They call Nationals Worlds for no reason.
Big facts. No, exactly.
Like I was telling you earlier, it's like a tournament all itself. It's almost like the beginning of the year kickoff. Let's see the best teams from the last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got like that vibe to it. Okay, let's see. Out of 2019, here comes the best ones. Let's see what they got. And then kick off to 2020 season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, right out, there's a very short turnaround between January and March.
It's almost like NASCAR. You got your Daytona 500, there's Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean?
But you got to consider, this is the culmination of the 2019 season.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's got that vibe to it, too.
This is really the Super Bowl of flag football.
It's 2000, yeah.
This is the Super Bowl of flag. The best of the best are going to be in this, and we'll mention a list of the teams later on tonight.
It's gonna be wild.
As I talk about a team that was underrated during the spring and the summer, that flew what I felt like was under the radar. I'm talking about Baez Auto. It's Baez, remember that. It's not Baez, it's Baez.
But
Baez Auto, who back in the spring was runner-up in Ocean City.
yep.
They fell 15-6 to the affiliates.
It was a damn good game.
It was a great game.
I remember watching it. It was good.
Yeah, an absolute classic from start to finish.
It was.
That lateral Sosa threw to Fox across the field, 30 yards.
Yeah.
He threw it 30 yards, and it didn't go forward. And Fox caught it on point. Craziness. What a
One
game.
of the best plays I've ever seen.
And you know what happened? Baez came back in Virginia Beach. And you know what they did? Got to the semifinals. And you know what happened? Well, the affiliate nation happened.
Yep.
7-3 this time around. But the good news was for Baez was that AFN wasn't in Owings Mills. Baez had another run. Got to the semis once more. Only to fall to the tournament champion once again. Their third tournament in a row where they lost to the champion.
Right.
This time it was Rideout. But joining me now is a representative from Baez Auto. I am talking about Dallas First. Is that how I pronounce it? Dallas, how are you this evening?
Doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Enjoying a nice drink and hosting the show. We're glad to have you on. Your first appearance on Blunt Talk. I'll tell you, it's been nice to get to know you guys up there in New York the last couple of months, especially on the circuit, and getting to meet you guys at the tournament itself back in October. But I've been following Baez for a longer time, going back to a tournament last year in Ocean City. When I mean last year, I mean 2018 now, where you guys beat up on a couple of our league teams, Broad Axe and Ruckus. And we heard the stories about this team in blue called Baez Auto, who had these NFL-like dudes on the team who were beating up on the line. They were fast. They were intimidating. Their owner was this badass guy in sunglasses and everything else. And I remember hearing about this, and I'm like, wow, this Baez Auto team sounds scary. I looked them up, and I found a YFFL page last year, and I saw that they had won the league several times, and I'm like, wow, these guys must be legit. And then the first time I got to see you guys live was in Ocean City for the AFN championship game. Dallas, guide me through that journey from getting from York to OC to that championship game.
Oh, man. Honestly, it's just a bunch of buddies of ours. You know, a whole bunch of friends kind of started up Baez and kind of transitioned from, you know, 8 man to 9 man, wanting to kind of get her hands wet. You know, but yeah, we were in 8 man Spring and Sperry. You know, and we started winning a few championships. Started talking about how much we like more contact, more competition, something more competitive. So we just started to, you know, venture out to the 9 man world, I guess you can say. Taste for it in 2018 in Ocean City. That was the very first 9 man tournament.
Oh wow! And you were that
real
dominant
9
against
man.
like Broadax, who was how long experience for us? 1992.
Well, before my time, I tell you that.
That's wow.
Well, before.
Yeah, I mean that's when we really developed our love for 9 man. Though we went down to that Ocean City tournament, and we're like, man, why aren't we doing this? You
Yeah.
know, this is this is us. So then we started getting serious about it, and then you know, went to AC. Was pretty decent out in AC. I think we took third. So then we started, you know, venturing more. Then we went to Ocean City. We got into a couple close games. I remember the one close game we had with the Renegades. And then we had another one with the Scorpions. We kind of powered our way through there. And then we got a nice little opportunity to meet up with AFN. And it was our first taste of learning what how far someone could throw a lateral pass backwards. Let's put it that way.
Oh my God! Yeah, Tay Sosa's lateral was one.
It
Like I
was.
said, one of the
It's
most
about 30
amazing.
yard lateral.
It was a damn good play.
And it's also one of my luckiest shots ever because I perfectly nailed the moment he pitches it to the moment it goes to Fox in perfect sync. Like I usually never get too many great shots, but that one was perfect.
Can't say pitch, that was a pass, man.
Yeah, it was.
He
You know, we
chucked
learned a lot
that
from that
thing.
We learned a lot from that game. We had a chance to kind of regroup and get a better understanding of you know, how to play AFN.
hmm
You know, they gave us really one of our battles where we really had to dig in our back pocket and figure out what we had to adjust to become a better 9 man team. You know, it was definitely a hard fought game. You know, we had our opportunities to win the game. We got stopped at the goal line once and kind of took the momentum out of the game. But you know, we're always looking forward to that rematch.
I hope I get to see it.
That would be wild, dude.
I really want to see AFN Baez
Wow.
round 3.
For the chance.
Virginia Beach is one of the tournaments I regret not going to because I really wish I could have seen that game between AFN and Baez because the first game, watching it and from the backfield, it was one of the most physical, hard-fought games I had seen on the circuit.
Yeah, there's a lot of dogs in them trenches. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Those dogs get busy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I know that AFN didn't give away anything about drafting opponents, but if you had a chance to get AFN in your bracket, would you take them for our third round in Florida?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Nobody's giving anything away. I like it.
I'm about to say, because
It's smart.
I like it. No, it's going to be interesting. Draft night is going to be...
That's wild.
Are you going to be at draft night, Dallas?
I'm gonna be there.
I'll be there.
It's gonna be a good night.
It's going to be a wild night. I look forward to it. Now, Baez Auto, did you guys go to Nationals last year? Refresh my memory.
No, this is actually our first year actually fully invested into the
Okay.
circuit. So, you know, the year before we were getting our feet wet a little bit. We tried out. I think we had that tournament out in Gettysburg that got rained out. That was our first kind of little test. And then we went to that Ocean City one. And,
Yeah, don't remind me of Gettysburg. I was there for that
yeah.
one.
Oh, man.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember you guys there, but I'm also wanted to block out that tournament.
Yeah, I think our first we played. I don't quote me on this, but I think it was 7-point spread. And we actually if I'm not mistaken, I think we wound up winning that game, or it was close.
Ooh.
No, 7 Point played Mayhem and AFN that weekend.
Then maybe it was I don't know. It was a pretty tough 9-man team. I do know that they played on the A side of the bracket. I just can't remember the name. Don't quote me on that though. I can't put it together.
I only remember that because like I filmed those 2 games.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the only reason I remember that.
Yeah, we played some team out there. It was I don't know. It was a hard fought game. Let's put it that way. And I remember playing them in the rain, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And then of course it got rained out. So go figure.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah. So yeah, this is our first chance going out to nationals out in Florida. We're definitely looking forward to it. You know.
I look forward to seeing you guys down there. How strong does the attendance look like? Are you guys going to be bringing in your main core? Is there a chance that you might be bringing in other guys from YFFL? Because I know that there's a lot of talent apparently in York, from what I discovered back at the Clash of York, between you guys and, say, Gusto Land.
Yeah, Gusto Land.
Is there a possibility of it being a true Pierre Baez team, or do you got some tricks up your sleeves from the YFFL?
You know, Joey, I'm gonna have to lean toward. I guess you're gonna have to see during our first game when we get out there. Just know that we're bringing a team, and it's gonna be a very competitive team.
I believe it 100%.
Absolutely. So, yeah, but that's where I'm leaving you with. I'll let you have that anticipation of seeing what kind of lineup we have when we get down there.
It would be smart to add some Gusto Land into that mix.
Yeah, Ross.
I can see it.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm really excited for what you guys in York can do. Baez Auto, I could say, is the pioneer of 9-man in York, Pennsylvania. You guys have led the way, and I really hope that leads to bigger, better things for that region on terms of building up 9-man.
Seems like it is.
Has a lot of momentum. And this tournament, I feel like for Baez, you guys, this is a big deal. You're the first team, I think, you might be for the first team from York, PA in general to head down there to play for 9-man.
I can't recall another team that entered any national tournament from the York, PA Flag Football League. I mean, I would assume maybe John Nuri might have a better idea of that, but not that I recall anyway. So we're really loving the opportunity to come down there. We're looking forward to competing with every team that's down there. We know it's not going to be easy, but you know, we're gonna bring everything we got. Nothing short of a chip. That's our goal.
I like it. Where's Baez staying at?
Where's Baez staying at?
Yeah, you guys got a room or a
I
house?
think we're pretty much around the majority of us probably around the Orlando or the Kissimmee area, primarily in that general region.
Okay. Yeah, I'm staying in Davenport.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I'm really excited to see what matchup you guys draw in day 1 or 2, and really interested to see what Baez has in general. Anything else you want to add tonight before we sign off?
No, sir. I thank you for bringing me on. You know, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity, like I said, to get down there in Florida. You know, compete with some of these teams. We all have worked crazy hard to get to where we're at. So it's going to be a blast. It's going to be hard fought, and you know, can't wait.
I'm stoked. I'm really excited for you guys. This is a huge deal for York. It's a huge deal for YFFL. It's a huge deal for Baez Auto. And it's weird to think how young this team is, and yet look how successful they were last year in the B bracket circuit and that early on. The only thing that seemed like they got in your way, however, was the affiliate nation and Rideout. We mentioned that, 3 tournaments in a row you lost to the eventual champion. Could this be it for Baez? Could this be the crowning? This is it. They're missing that one thing. They're close. And it's
Just
scary.
missing that one play.
Yeah. It's
Very
scary to think of how close they are for how young they are
Yeah.
on terms of this game. They're just learning. They learned 9-man in 2018. In 2019, they showed they could play it.
Yeah.
And they showed they could dominate in it. What does 2020 hold for Baez Auto? We will see next week in Nationals.
I like it.
I love it. I'm excited for it.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's
And
gonna be fun.
it's going to be great. And we can't wait to see you down there, Dallas. And we definitely look forward to seeing Baez Auto and who they could possibly be playing come next week. Friday, Saturday, we'll have the coverage. Thank you once again for joining us, Dallas. And we'll see you in Davenport.
All right, boss. You have yourself a good night, all right, man?
You too. Dallas first joining us. And how close has Baez Auto been?
Very close.
You would. It's heartbreaking because I could tell this team is good. They got ballers all around.
Seen bits and pieces of them in other places other than New York, Shippensburg. Remember that one end? What was that?
Howard Holton, yeah. I remember him from Summer Sizzler. But I saw the.
Fast on that defensive end, I'll tell you that.
But Tony, the quarterback, Dallas, one of the star receivers. The line is one of the best I've seen on that competition circuit.
Right.
I'm really excited to see what Baez Auto can do in this tournament.
Especially with the possibility of having Gusto land to the mix. That'd be the best way to do it, man. Nationals.
You think so?
Take 30 best players out of two teams.
I mean, they got a whole city. But Baez, like, I guess.
YFFL, there's other talent out there that's worth it. I'm talking about Nationals, man.
I think so. You gotta bring in anybody you can. AFN's gonna call. AFN's bringing everybody. Baez is bringing everybody.
Go big.
But nobody's gonna say anything. That's the one thing we've learned so far. Nobody's gonna say shit.
Yeah.
As we move along to the other tournament recap winners, Charm City Classic. It was Rideout defeating the Renegades in the finals, 25-12, and this started a pattern actually, and you'll see in a second. As we moved on to the next tournament, which came after that, which was York, which I'm actually going to call a B tournament. Because York was very much a B tournament when you think about it. I mean, we entered York for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did pretty good.
we did do pretty good, actually.
Alright.
3-1 ain't bad, you know. Should have beat Blackhawks. But that's our fault.
Yeah.
I take full responsibility for that loss. But York was won by Rampage, who defeated the Renegades.
Right.
Again, Renegades get to the finals. This started actually the dominance of Rampage, who had finished second in the competition bracket overall to AFN. Despite winning Capital Classic, which we'll get to that recap on the 9-Man Pro episode in a few days. But Rampage started a nice little run, winning 2 tournaments in a matter of a month. York and the Capital Classic. Whereas AFN was dominant in the spring, the fall belonged to Rampage. But just like Baez Auto was a runner-up to AFN in the spring, so was Renegades in the fall, as they fell short again to Scorpions in the Capital Classic Championship. And a lot of it was courtesy of this man that we're about to call in.
Did you say Scorpions?
Yes. And from the Scorpions is our star quarterback, a longtime veteran, Greg Proctor. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. What's good?
Nothing much. Enjoying a nice beer, a beautiful night, and some football, man. It's been a great day for it. It's gonna be a great.
Right.
It's gonna be a great weekend next week for. I'm excited.
What you mean next weekend?
To me, it's next weekend. Sorry.
Oh.
See, I'm thinking next week is the tournament. You know, next Friday's the tournament. So in my head, it's next weekend because this weekend is coming up. But we're still in Sunday. I gotta be in my mindset that we're still in Sunday.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
not excited.
I haven't.
He said, "What you mean next weekend?"
I've been to salt.
Right.
I've been.
Right.
It's coming up fast though, for real. I mean, you got to think about it. The draft's gonna be what? 13 days from, or not 13 days. It's gonna be about 11 days from now.
Yeah.
We have the draft in 11 days.
Shoot.
First game is
man.
going to be 8 a.m. 12 days from now.
Yeah, I know that's crazy, but it is what it is.
I plan on being out there all 3 days from sunrise to sunset.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's
Only-
what's up, man. You make sure you cover the Scorpions, man. We'll look out for you.
All right, I'll be covered. I got to keep an eye on the Scorpions. I'll give them coverage. They did win a tournament back in November, the Capital Classic. Greg, guide us through the journey of that Capital Classic Championship.
Oh, the championship against the Renegades?
Nah, the whole
Or just
tournament.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, man, well, shit, man, it was cold, man. That's one thing I could think of, man. It was real cold that day, real muddy. Damn. Oh, yeah, we played, I think we played Blackhawks first game. And we're very familiar with those guys. So we knew how to play them. So it really wasn't, and we knew that it was like, all right. And I knew that they didn't have all of their key guys. Not to say I was looking past them, but it was definitely, I knew it was still going to be a good game, but I always feel that we should win that one. Especially if I know that their guys are short. You know, I know that they didn't have all of their key guys there. So, and, you know, we pretty much did what we had to do. You know, we got by in their game. And then the next game, we really wanted AFN. We really wanted AFN just because I want to say 2 nationals ago. So we got back on this 20. So in 2018, in 2018, man, they eliminated us. Like that was our championship for the having. But that's when the Maryland Bullets they actually took that home that weekend. But they got us, and we haven't played them really since then. Actually, we haven't played them since that day, since the tournament. So we were looking forward to it. I knew that we were missing a couple of our key guys, but I still felt that we had the components to win, and I knew our defense was going to hold them up. Even though they tell you, man, he's a problem back there, but I still feel confidence in our defense.
Yeah.
And we just had to make the right adjustments, though. I mean, and you know, the score shows it, man. It was only 10-0, but you know, it was definitely hard fought. But like I said, I just felt very confident in my team.
And that confidence was very key to victory, indeed. How do you plan on carrying that momentum into nationals?
Man, you see, that's the thing, though, Joey, man. We're a group of veteran guys, man, and we already know. We know how to win. So it's not like we don't know how to win. It's just a matter of bringing your game, A game every time. That's our problem. But sometimes we overlook teams, especially if we played them before. We'll tend to just look past them and not actually, playing the game that's in front of us. That's our problem. So, we're making a point this year. I even told our guys today in practice, man, like, look, as long as we focus, man, nobody can stop us out there. Bottom line, like when we are on our game, it's a problem for everybody. It's just the fact that we don't go to tournaments like, how like the Rampage have been winning things. Love those guys. But they know that we're a problem whenever we play against each other. Actually, we hold like the head to those guys.
Yeah.
In every facet. They have beaten us one time in the tournament. Actually, they beat us in the chip last year in Hagerstown. Yep, when it was in Hagerstown.
Man, don't bring it up, man. I still get sad that we lost that tournament.
See, and that's another thing too. Like when we played against Adrenaline Rush, man. Like they were so pumped up about Saturday. I was like, look, and I forgot the DB's name, man. But he was like, yeah, today's Saturday. I was like, make sure you come tomorrow to play, because everybody advanced to Sunday. So, now granted, it felt like that was our championship, because that was a, you know as well as I do, man, that was a hard-fought game. I think it was a 1-point victory.
Yeah.
So.
Ross was there. I actually wasn't. I actually worked that day, but Ross told me it was a tough game. He was on ADR that day. He's not in the room currently. He left for a smoke break, but he was on there. He said it was a hard-fought game, one of the more tougher losses he probably has had out there in the field.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a part of that 1-point loss, and kind of like the last couple minutes of the game. Yeah, I understand.
Oh yeah, especially because especially because Hagerstown was a big tournament to us, because it was the local one. You got to win the local tournament to represent your hometown, because we're all from around here.
Right.
I actually am like 15 minutes from where the game was played at. That's how close I live to the field.
Wow.
Yeah, so Capital Classic was a bit of a change this year for me.
Yeah.
But I know how you all feel coming over to here, I get that.
Well, I think it wasn't even part of, like, I'm going to say, like, Andy's retirement. Like, he was just, like, done with it. Like, cause we had plans to go to Hagerstown. That was, like...
What happened with Hagerstown was that he could not get anyone to let him do a rain or shine event. Yep. That's from what I gathered, at least.
Gotcha.
Because no fields works for Washington County, because it would have stayed in the county if it happened. So that's what pretty much killed it. But I actually am glad Maffle got a tournament in the end, because I feel like it really, Maffle is a league that needed one.
Yeah.
Like OMFFL has one, Maffle has one. They're the two premier leagues in this region. They deserve it.
Yeah.
I hope one day Washington County can have a tournament of their own again. But till then, I'm happy with the fact that Maffle got their own.
Right.
And I really enjoyed the Capital Classic. It's unfortunate I did not get a chance to follow your game, Greg, as I was actually filming the Rampage 7-point final on the other field.
Right.
But, and nonetheless, an impressive run you guys had down there, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can do at Nationals. Any particular strategy you have going into the draft?
No, just...
I feel like a lot of it is like almost out of your control because of the fact...
It pretty much is. Like, we're trying to get into a spot that we want, but, somebody will probably bump us. But the thing is, though, everybody on the circuit knows us and probably don't want to play us, because, you basically got to have, there's no guarantee for Sunday.
No, there is not. Sunday is not a guarantee.
So, and, some teams, I should say, I'm going to say the upper echelon, they know who we are. They probably don't want to play us. Or probably want to put us against a tougher opponent, try to eliminate us, but... Well, it doesn't matter, though.
Yeah.
As long as you can do, you can suit up 9 people and let's just play ball.
Is there any particular team you would like to go against? Just to maybe for a first time, say you wanted to play a random team that you've never seen before. Like, is there anybody like that stands out to you as, hey, I kind of want to see what they're like? Or does the fear of the unknown kind of make you not want to go after that?
That doesn't bother me. Like, I think I relish in the unknown. It's like, okay, all right, especially when our guys are there. Put it like this: if I'm focused, I don't care. But if I'm not, that's the problem. That could be a problem for us. I will say that. So, but no, I really don't care who we play against. I just know that we got to play every game. Like it is our last out there.
I like that approach. I like
we
that
have
a
to,
lot.
man. We have to, man. We all spend our hard-earned money to get down there. Not trying to go down there and not play at all on Sunday. So
yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This really is these. What makes this tournament unique is that every day is money day when you think about it.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you really want to get to money day. That's the Well, yeah.
But you got to take every game like it is money day, because one
You got
loss, you all of a sudden you could be already eliminated.
That is true.
Your first game
is
could
true.
be a blowout, and that's it for you.
Yep. Yeah, man. I'm definitely excited. But get back to your real question. As far as the tournament, man, then we saw the Renegades after we played AFN. Man, we saw Renegades, man. And now we see them all the time, man. And to be honest with you, man, their series goes back and forth every time. Like they'll give us in the regular season, and somehow we'll pull out in the playoffs against those guys, man. But it's always been like give and take, man, because some of their players on their team, man. I have actually played with those guys before. Like before my team got back together, I was actually a part of Renegades. Not how they are now.
Yeah.
But, they're pretty much the upstart of it, man. And I know, man, all those guys play with heart, man. And they all talented guys, too. So we knew that it was going to be a battle. And Jim's one hell of a quarterback, man.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. And they got the 3 championships in a row for a reason.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that, they are definitely a team that's on the cusp of being a champion. Just like Baez Auto, they just come up a little short.
Yep, and actually, we've had the pleasure of playing those guys in our league as well as in another. I want to see, did we play them in another tournament? Oh, we may not have, but I know that we wanted those guys because those guys eliminated us in 2 different tournaments. Last year in Ocean City and last year in Virginia Beach. So we wanted those guys again.
Understandable.
Yeah, so pretty much anybody that beat us, I definitely want my revenge on that.
Now, this is going to be my first nationals, but it's not yours. What was your first nationals? Oh, how far are we going back on this one?
Oh, man, we're going back to what, 2007, I think? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2007. That was my first one.
The year I graduated high school, man.
Ross finished high school that year.
Graduated high school.
I was 16.
Oh, man. Golly. Oh, man. But it's been, I'm not going to lie, though, fellas. If this is your first one.
This is my first one coming up, yeah.
It won't be your last, man. Because you're going to want to go back just because you're seeing everybody. You're seeing like, wow, there's a lot of damn teams out here.
Yeah.
Whether they're playing A or B. And just think, though, before there was A and B or 9-man, what really was B was 8-man ineligible. So it was 9-man, the top of the top. The top echelon. But then the next step down, there was no 9-man B. It was 8-man.
Really?
That was the next one, yes. It was 8-man ineligible.
How did that work out? I don't. Why was 8-man considered the next step down?
Because, all right, so the reason being was because it was always, in order to get to A, I shouldn't say in order to get to A, anybody could play A, but you had to, and it still is relevant today, you had to have the linemen. That was a lot of 8-man teams' problems. They didn't have the linemen to play 9-man. So now that a lot of people, so now that they pretty much have done away with 8-man ineligible, you know, they pretty much force, you know, basically to have 9-man B. So there was a plethora of 8-man ineligible, but that's how I started off.
Okay, nice.
It was, yeah.
How did that tournament go for you?
Oh man, we were the best second place team ever, man.
I like it. Best runner up ever.
I like it.
Best runner up ever, man. Yeah, there was a couple times we were runner up, but back then, no, it was also double elimination too. So it was just, so if you got eliminated, you could get eliminated in one day.
Oh, okay.
And you'd be done. Yeah, yeah. So if you showed up Friday and you had 2 games Friday, man, and you lost both, that's it.
Oh, wow.
That was it. It's like, there goes your quote unquote vacation. Or
all one Friday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the very least, like, if you have some extra change, like, maybe you can go to Disney, or was it not in Orlando back then?
No, because we were still in, it was still there in Kissimmee, so it was still right around Orlando.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Nice. Because I heard earlier somebody said in another post that they should bring flag football nationals back to Miami, and I was like, when was it in Miami?
Man,
that sounds wild to me.
Actually, it's probably the year, like, so I didn't go, I want to say when it was held, like, in 16 and 15. And I think at one of those times, because I just said, you know, I got frustrated with being, you know, at that point in time, we were playing in A, on the A level, and I just got tired of going to the semis and losing. So, off of just some BS stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and then, you know, things in life change. But, you know, you get older. and you just like, you know what, let me just have fun. Let's play for fun. I don't want to have all this unnecessary stress. But no, I want to say like they had it in 15 and 16. But the thing was, though, from what I heard, was that, and it was hell of expensive. Because you got to get hotels down there. And, you know, Miami just at any given time is going to be expensive. So, I mean, it's a nice gesture, but nobody was going to do that.
I like the Orlando idea a lot better in retrospect. Mostly because I'm staying with somebody who's got a house 1 mile from the field, so it works out really well for me.
Yep, that's always a plus too. When you have that luxury.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this trip. It's gonna be my first one ever. I've been to softball nationals before. That was 2008. I went to that.
Uh-huh.
My dad had a team in the tournament.
Okay.
But I didn't even know there was a flag football national, so I got into 9-man a couple of years ago, and the idea of it is going to be something I'm looking forward to a lot.
Man, I'm telling you, like I said, man, you won't be disappointed. Especially if you're a football fan, man, you're gonna like, wow, these are some show enough players out here, man. Like all over, New York, Florida, St. Louis, man, yeah, you're gonna. Like I said, the first time I was there, and I got to see like, oh wow, this is just not a local thing. Like everybody plays, you know. It's definitely eye-opening.
Yeah, and I definitely look forward to seeing what we got down there. Greg, thank you once again for being on the show tonight, and thank you everyone for tuning in to the 9-man competition episode of this series, part 1 of 3 we are doing. We're going to do part 2 on what night this week, Ross? You know,
Looking like Wednesday,
Wednesday night?
I think.
All right, 9-Man Pro, Wednesday night. Tune in for that episode, it looks like.
Sounds good.
I'm excited for it. So part...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to seeing all of you down there at Nationals. But till Wednesday night...
Yes, indeed. Safe travels, man. Hey, Happy New Year to you guys, man. Can't wait to get down there and play some ball, man. And like I said, man, Blaze, just look for a Scorpion team, man, and we'll hook you up, man.
All right, man. I'll be
All
down
right.
there looking for y'all.
So the green and
All right,
yellow.
man. Till then, man, safe travels.
All right, man. Thank you, sir.
All right. No problem.
And Greg Proctor joining us as we sign off for tonight. But tune in what looks like to be Wednesday.
Just run down a list of every beat.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Director.
You're welcome.
I knew there's a reason why I keep you in your own house around.
You're welcome. I think I'll stay here.
Let us quickly recap the teams in this tournament. We're going to go over them real quick.
Gotta cover them all. We do know that. We don't know matchups, but we do know at least what teams are in it.
Here we go. Here's the teams.
For the B squad.
Affiliate Nation.
My favorite to win.
Your favorite to win?
I'll go ahead and say.
Hold on. Save your predictions for the Experts episode. We got part 3 of Nationals coming next week.
No, I ain't no expert, but...
Hey, you play flag football, right? Everyone's an expert.
Facts.
AFN. Madness. Which... Madness.
Who that?
You'll find out.
True.
Steel.
There is all kinds of teams in this name there.
Yeah.
Madness.
Rampage.
I do know Rampage.
The Long Island Ducks, who defeated the Affiliate Nation. Mentioned them earlier.
I remember hearing and seeing that.
The Long Island Demons, who also defeated the Affiliate Nation in Albany, the Albany champion.
They're a heavy favorite leading into
And I
this
forgot
team,
to
right?
mention, I forgot to mention, because my brain was on the DC team still and was focused on the Renegades topic. Rhode Island Flag Bowl winner, the 148 Outlaws.
Right.
They're going to be in this tournament as well. I haven't
Right.
seen much of them yet, but I look forward to meeting them when I get down there. Looking out as well, the St. Louis Pack 2020. They're from St. Louis, that's all I know.
Everybody.
But I hear St. Louis is a pretty big hotbed for flag football,
It's like Proctor
especially
said,
9-man. Best of the best, right?
Proctor nailed it. You're going to want to keep going every year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Blackhawks are going to be in it. Renegades. Hashtag Team Petty. The BFFL Predators?
What does the B stand for?
I am not sure. But I'm assuming the rest of it is Flag Football League.
I'm sure of that part.
Baez Auto.
We already talked about them. Very nice.
And I got a scoop. I have a change. There's been a change apparently to one of the teams in this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
The Chargers, or as we called them, the Schraders. Chargers, Raiders, Schraders. They're the Chargers officially. But supposedly Bahamas is what Ken says.
Bahamas.
Yeah, he just messaged me.
Oh, that's the team. Okay.
The Bahamas Flag Football League.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm excited for that.
That's wild.
What did the Bahamas have?
That's wild.
That is wild. I want to see what they got. But Scotty Scott mentioned the name for the team is Combined Forces. It's a merger of the Hawks, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Are you excited, Rosser?
I mean, I'm excited to see what they can do. If I'm being honest,
They got some Washington County guys.
if I'm being honest, the name kind of didn't quite do it for me, but we'll see how they do. I'll be rooting for them. Got some home team guys down there on that squad, so
Got to root for the home team.
yeah.
I get that. Another teams are going to be there. Downstate, Deuce Dutch. Could we get a ride out and Downstate matchup potentially? That's another team. Ride out, the champion. Like I said, is there a potential for Downstate versus Ride Out?
What are the chances?
Ooh, it's tournament, Ross.
On that, man. I wish I was going.
I'm sorry, not Downstate. It's actually Illuminati is Deuce's team now. I
Yeah.
completely blanked on that. Whoops. Nomads, but Illuminati. I fucked that up. Oh well. Nomads is going to be in it. Illuminati. The Birmingham Heat. Alabama, I guess. Imagine they have all Alabama players. That'd be something.
Nick Saban comes out to coach.
That'd be scary.
That'd be wild.
Show me football.
Okay.
All right. MD Titans, who I've been covering for years now. Looking forward to seeing what they got. Their new uniforms were dope. Wolfpack. NTB Wolfpack.
For a couple
I
things.
don't think that's the Baltimore Wolfpack.
Okay. Well,
I hope not. That's not who you're thinking of.
So National Tire and Battery is the sponsor. MTV.
Show Me is out of St. Louis, according to Kent. Thank you, Kent, for being like a helpful guide.
He's ready to go with the answers.
I should have brought Kent on. Riot Squad. Looking forward to seeing what Riot Squad has.
Yeah.
Scorpions is mentioned. Brick Squad. 148 Outlaws. Rhode Island Spartans.
Hey, big guy.
No, it's not the same. It's not the Spartans you're thinking of. Stop it. Cayman Islands, who
That's cool too.
our own Coley Jones played a few years ago. St. Louis is also Wolfpack. So it's 3 St. Louis teams. How deep is St. Louis?
Nationals, man.
They're going to be coming eroded. And everybody's spam messaging me at once. But that's it. There's also the last team, Bahamas Elite. As I turn off my sounds because somebody wants to spam me for no reason. Love when that happens mid-episode.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Thanks for the courtesy, guys. Or in this case, girl. But anyways,
She knows you're busy. They always do that.
Ross,
We never fail with that.
28 teams. Or, well, 27 now because that merger happened, apparently. Because it was 28 originally, but now it's 20. Maybe, I don't. It's supposed to be 28. Not 8. Oh, Kent is correct. Kent is messaging me on cue every single.
I was going to say, ask him how many teams it is.
Back in Black is also at 8 squad, or A squad. Oh, okay. That's another episode, Kent. We'll get to that later. But, like, yeah. So many teams, so many choices, so many matchups.
I'll call it Nationals.
What do you want to see, Ross? What matchups do you want to see, personally, looking at that bracket?
Any of them?
Any of them?
Yeah.
I want to see...
Well, at the same time, I know teams and playing against each other obviously have history and stuff like that, but I'd like to see teams just play any of those teams, man.
Kent says still 28. I was waiting for the answer.
Go out and play Cayman Islands or something, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever you said.
Cayman Islands or Bahamas? I mean,
Bahamas,
St. Louis?
Teams
What a
in St.
wild
Louis,
card of
to
teams.
see how we compare around here to St. Louis, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, according to Kent, 28 of the teams with 18 making it to Sunday.
and did that.
This is gonna be great.
That's gonna be.
This is gonna be legit. 9-man comp. You can say B bracket all you want. You can diss it all you want, but you're gonna see some of the best ball come Friday morning at 8 a.m. from Davenport, Florida. We will be live. Till then, I'm Joey Blaze. We'll see you Wednesday night? You said?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Yeah, I think that's the night.
All right, we'll do Wednesday night. See you next Wednesday.
If not, we'll wait. Hold on.
Let me know.
I think it's Wednesday night though.
Let the viewers know.
We'll say Wednesday night for now.
Wednesday night it is. For Charles Hudgens, Ron Ross, Dallas First, Greg Proctor, and Ross Collins.
That's me.
I'm Joey Blaze. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you Wednesday for 9-Man Pro.